Hey True Clan members, it's me, Monkey Chicken here, and the topic of today's video is how to survive your first night, or day, in 7 ways to die. And with that, let's go to begin. Okay guys, for this demonstration, we're going to be setting the difficulty level to Nomad. This way we don't have to worry about the extreme measures that are in the hardest difficulty, and this way it won't seem too lax like it is in the easiest difficulty. As you get into your new world, the thing that you're going to want to do is know where you are and where you want to go. So hit M on your keyboard, zoom out of the map, and the place that I recommend for us to go is this little town community right there that has tons of food and weapons. The next step is to loot the spawn. If you guys don't know, it should be random, but you should be near some kind of collection of materials, whether it be cars or boxes or something. Get everything that you can from there. You can usually get tools or more extensive medical supplies. Once you finish looting spawn, you're going to want to head to the location that you want to spend your first night. Along the way, you should be gathering resources such as small stones, blades of grass, feathers, and sticks. Gathering blades of grass can be done as I'm demonstrating here, punching grass-like bushes that are all around the ground. Once you gather a few blades of grass, you're going to want to put them in your inventory and start making plant fibers. The next resource that we're going to be looking for is feathers. Although they can be found randomly throughout the world, the primary location to which they can be found is in birds' nests. Unfortunately, we didn't find any in this one. Next is gathering stones. You want to get as much as you can, and it's pretty simple. They're littered all over the ground. All you have to do is just walk up and hit E. Lastly is gathering sticks, and the way to gather sticks is by harvesting them from bushes, and depending on the biome that you're in, the bushes will look different, but mostly they're big, thick, very dense like bushes. Once you have a decent amount of sticks and plant fibers, we're going to be making our first weapon, and that weapon is the crossbow. And you're going to need 2 plant fibers and 8 sticks to make, and it's going to take roughly around 20 seconds in order to craft. Now that our crossbow is done, we're going to want some ammo for it, and we're going to be making crossbow bolts. What else would it be? In order to make that, we're going to need feathers, sticks, and sharpened stones. Oh, since we've been gathering feathers and sticks, the way that we make sharpened stones is those small stones that we've been picking up. You just put them in the center of your crafting table and craft it. It'll come out as sharpened stones on the other side. Put all those things together in a diagonal line in your crafting table, and boom, we got some crossbow bolts. The next tool that we're going to be making is the stone axe. All that is required to make it is 1 stick, 1 plant fiber, and 1 sharpened stone. It's a good early item that could be either used for a melee weapon or for harvesting resources such as chopping down trees or mining out ores. Now that we have our stone axe, next we should chop down some trees and gather wood. This way we can have some building materials for later. Then we're going to want to mine some of the resource boulders so that we can gather ores and other materials for some later game. Before we get into the town, we're going to want to make a quick detour to the farm on the right hand side of the town. Once there, you're going to want to harvest some of the corn from the field. You're going to roughly want to pick up a stack to about 2 stacks worth of corn. Not for food, but for later crafting recipes. Once you gather in enough corn, you're going to want to cautiously move into the town. The reason why we made the crossbow is to handle some of the dogs that are within the town. Taking care of the zombies are easy enough. They're quite slow during the day, but the dogs are very quick and do tons of damage to us, and without any armor or protection, it is quite possible that they could kill us and we would lose all of our progress that we made up to this point. So approach cautiously and sneak, this way we can get double crit damage and kill them hopefully within 1 shot. If not, hopefully you can reload fast enough and kill them. And in the last line of defense, we could always use the stone axe that we made to go ahead and kill the dogs and kill some of the zombies that are within the zone. Now that we're in the town, we're going to go and talk about looting the houses and what you expect and some of the dangers. First, I want to say go into the houses cautiously with your weapon drawn and in sneak, because if you don't know, the zombies are only slow by daylight, and inside the houses there's no torchlight or daylight to slow them down, so they can really sprint to you and do tons of damage while you're still searching cabinets and other materials looking for goods. So it is quite easy for them to sneak up behind you and do tons of damage and possibly kill you. So let's go and talk about what to look for and where you can find it. As you'd expect, inside the kitchen you can find most consumables, whether it be water or some types of food to go ahead and sustain yourself. If you're looking for guns, you can find them inside gun safes, but be warned, the gun safes take a long time to open, and I would not recommend using guns in the town. They are very loud and will draw unwanted attention from the zombies. You're better off using the crossbow that we made earlier. It is both silent and will be effective at killing zombies. It's almost always a one-hit kill headshot, depending on the type of zombie. Now that you're warned, you can find the gun safes in 2 different types of locations within the town. The first being inside attics, and the second being inside basements with homes that have it. Next, we're going to be looking for two items, one being short metal pipes and the other being scrap metal. We can usually find them inside of air conditioning units, and air conditioning units can usually be found either in attics or behind houses. Before it gets too dark, we're going to want to set up camp inside one of the houses. My recommendation is a house that has 3 stories and will live up inside the attic, but before we start setting up camp inside there, we're going to want to make some torches. This way we can illuminate the house for not only to keep the boogeyman away, but also if the zombies do break inside the house, the torches, since it is some form of light, will slow down the zombies so they can't sprint at us at full speed and kill us. If you guys want to make some early base defense, something that you can make is called a wooden spike. It takes 9 sticks in order to make 3 wooden spikes. Each wooden spike takes most zombies down to about half health, and if you chop down enough trees and gather enough sticks, you can kind of coat your house with them. But be careful, they are able to hurt you and they will cause a bleeding effect, and they could potentially kill you pretty easily if you're not really careful where you're walking. Okay guys, so then once it's nighttime, you got your place properly lit up and properly barricaded, with defenses and whatnot, we're going to be building a couple things. The first thing that we're going to be building is a secured storage chest. The reason being, this way we can store all of our loot and everything else that we've gathered over the period of time that we've been looting all these houses, and so that we can go out and continuously grab more and more loot and, just constantly build more and more storage chests. This way we can keep storing all of our loot. The next thing that we're going to be building is called a forge. It's going to require 8 small stones and one of those short metal pipes that I had you search the air conditioning units for. The reason that we want the forge is so that we're able to smelt down some materials into raw ingot forms, and then from there we can build better weapons, tools, and other armaments. Before we start smelting things down, we're going to need some molds, and the way that we make the molds is by using clay, and this is where all that corn that I had you collect earlier comes into play. So we're going to be taking that corn, turning it into cornmeal, and then we're going to be combining that cornmeal with hopefully some spare water bottles, and from there all we have to do is take that clay, make into the shape of the iron ingot mold that we need, and then once we have the iron ingot mold, we can put that into the furnace, add some fuel, add some materials to start smelting, and then we can start getting some iron ingots. Once you get 3 iron ingots, the thing that I recommend that you build first is the best melee defense weapon that you can, the sledgehammer. Granted, getting the pickaxe and the axe and the shovel would be good for, gathering resources, but since we're able to already, make the stone axe, that's decent enough to chop down trees and mine out some of the resource boulders, but it's not a very good close-range melee weapon. The sledgehammer does crazy damage, and it's the best at killing zombies, and personally, since at this point you probably don't have the best defenses, having a really good close-range melee weapon is the best thing that you can have, so it's my strongest recommendation for you. Really quickly, I want to say, guys, if you're finding yourself short on resources to make enough iron ingots, you can throw some of those extra guns and other metal-like materials into your crafting table, and more than likely craft them into scrap metal. This way, you can go in and smelt that thing down and get even more iron ingots if you need them. And if, heck, if you have enough surplus, you can go ahead and make that extra pick and shovel and axe if you want. Another quick tip, for molds and crafting and stuff, if you guys don't know, if you know the recipe for a weapon, you can put that weapon inside of your outbox, I guess, for your crafting table. It'll show you the parts that you're able to pick up. You're only able to pick up one part, but from there, you can pick up that part and then use the certain molding recipes to create that part. This way you can make your own weapons so that you don't have to search for them. It's up to you if you want to do that. Usually for me, I just make weapon repair kits and constantly repair my weapons and just keep them updated like that. But it's up to you if you want to know your own molding recipe. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I could really teach you to survive your first night. If you guys want to learn more, about later game, sniper rifles, all that kind of stuff, certain materials, things that you're able to make, TNT, all that kind of stuff, you guys can search the wiki. I'll leave it down in the description if you guys want to get more in depth into the game. I recommend it, especially for, later down the road when you want to start setting up your own base and building stuff. It's pretty interesting and it's a pretty good read. But, yeah, guys, the last little thing that I could really give you advice on is how to attack zombies, and you see it here in a bit. My only strategy that I can give you guys is to start the swing, move to the zombie, let the swing hit him, and then pull back, and hopefully when you hit him, it should daze him so he doesn't instantly hit you. Running up to them, standing next to them, and just constantly hitting them is a really bad move. It'll start getting you hit and then bleeding effect and other stuff, so start the swing, move to him, hit him, pull back, and, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed. Let me know if you guys did enjoy. If you guys did like it, maybe leave a like if you think your friends are interested, or hey, if they're having trouble surviving their first night, you think this might help them, share it with them. Hopefully, you guys can bond together, get on a server, and have fun. I know I'm having tons of fun playing it both by myself and with my friends. It's a really awesome game. But if you guys have enjoyed the video and you guys would like to see more of my content, go and subscribe. I upload pretty much daily, and yeah. People tell me that I'm somewhat entertaining. You guys let me know if you think I am. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Sorry, outro's long. I'm notorious for that. I'm Monkey Chicken. That's all I really got, guys. Peace.